Okay, no one asked for this video, but I'm making it because why the fuck not? This is the current state of Fire Emblem Heroes YouTube. A video made by me, John Fortnite. No face cam for this one because I just think it would kind of ruin the whole jibe of a PowerPoint presentation. We're going to be talking about the categories of YouTubers that we could find, at least in the mainstream Fire Emblem Heroes YouTube stream, right? Like the algorithm. You got a few categories, a few archetypes. There's surely a few lesser known people that I'm missing out on that I could put here, but I don't watch them. This is strictly for people I have watched in the past or still currently watch. So, yeah, let's get started. Exhibit A. You're going to see me use the term exhibit a lot here. You got the people who pump out generic, uninspired reactions and clickbait titles. As the slide says, generally these videos are made in an effort to get views and are typically low effort. You will find these just about any time a new banner comes out, and though rarely, occasionally you'll find them for refine badges. You know, if someone's really passionate about their favorite project and getting a refine. So, who falls into this category amongst the quote-unquote mainstream Fire Emblem YouTubers, Fire Emblem Heroes YouTubers? These two. As you could see, I have Zshadow unsubscribed. I've been a big fan of his for a while now. I don't have Oblivion Knight subscribed because I'm gonna be self-real. I just do not like him, like not as a person, but like his content. Zshadow I'm still subscribed to because he's a funny guy. No hate to him. I mean, no hate to anyone in this video. But like, if you want to take offense to this, go ahead. It'd probably be funnier that way. It'd get a better reaction. And yeah, let's get started. Why did these two people fall into this category? How did they fall into this category? As the category suggests, they gave a bland, uninspired reaction to new units with generic clickbait titles that are typically blatantly incorrect and showcase misinformation, minor grammatical error, what yada yada yada. I'll show an exhibit of such in the next slides. This one's super old, but I'm still putting it here out of fucking spite. This was like 2 years ago. It was a near save tier list made by Oblivion Knight, and I'm sure you'll notice something odd. Why is Brave Edelgard here? Why is she here? Like, I can understand Summer Edelgard. It's copium to have her this high up, but I can understand it. Kanegas, he's at his best when he's far saving, but I could still see it. All these other units, totally valid. I mean, some of the placements are really fucking stupid, right? Like, I don't think Winter Ephraim should be here, because even at the time his refine wasn't that great. Hector's just outdated. This Hector's really outdated. Why is he an SS? Black Knight should be higher. Gilliam should be way higher. I've never used this Myrrh, so I can't say anything. And for Morty's, he should just be here. He should be in the top. And she should be fucking maybe bottom of SS. Brave Edelgard? Maybe. That's a big maybe. Like, you're pushing it. So, as to why I'm assuming this is the case, why this is here. Oblivion Knight has this thing where he really likes short people, dwarves with gigantic foreheads. That's his type, right? So he wants to get pegged, if I had to assume, by those giant horns that protrude from her giant skull. That's really the only reason I can assume she's here, because she's never been that good. Not as a near save, not as a far save. I mean, she's viable. Not anymore, of course, but at the time, like 2 years ago, she was viable. But the best? You've got to be smoking on something. Like, if you have her plus 10 merged, maybe. But if that's the case, we can argue for all of these units for plus 10 merges, right? Like, everyone's got their favorite character. Surely, as boring as Kajel was from Kajel, or whatever however you say her name, as boring as she was from Awakening, surely she's someone's favorite character. Everyone has a weird take for Awakening, right? And for Morty's, like, he's the big bad of Sacred Stones. Lots of people summon for Sacred Stones units. But I digress. This was just blatantly misinformation. This is wrong. To put her this high, I get the, oh, she's opinion, you can't have a wrong opinion. It's not possible. Yes, you can, liberal. You can have so many wrong opinions. Like saying Edelgard is good. She's not. Summer Edelgard was actually pretty good for the time being, but Brave Edelgard that's capping, bro. Just use Winter Black Knight. He's right there. Yeah, there were better options for axe armors, for green armors in general, both for near save and for far saving. And it just, if you, not even from a green perspective, just from all color perspective, right? Just about every unit on this fucking, on this bracket is better than her. In just nearly every way. She's just not good. She's not good. I mean, technically speaking, she's good. But when you compare to the other best units, no, she's not. Okay, so what else has he done? Oh boy, clickbait titles and thumbnails. Shocker, the Edelgard simp has clickbait titles and thumbnails. Arena! Aether Raids! It's dead! Duo Marth and Elm killed Aether Raids. This game is dying. You don't understand. It's gonna be a goner. Blah! No, it just wasn't. Duo Marth, the solution was real simple. Kill his teammates. If you can't do that, if you're not smart enough to do that, sorry, I guess. I mean, tough shit. Some of us were born with more chromosomes. And you got put in that batch. I did too, but my chromosomes, they just made my dick small. So, I don't know. My summon, Emblem Erica. She's like the greatest. She breaks the rules and gives all your units brave. She's the most amazing character, and her emblem ring is overpowered. I mean, objectively, it's a really good emblem ring. Objectively, it's good. Must summon? No. Breaks all the rules? No. Like, impossible to defeat? No. Big overreaction. Like these two thumbnails are just fucking atrocious. They're garbage. They make me want to punch an Ash from the hit game Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay, on to these Shadows exhibits. Now, as the slide says, as far as I can tell from being a big, long-time fan, he's never made any blatantly wrong favoritism tier lists. But nowadays, he does constantly pump out these bland, generic, uninspired reactions to new banners with the most clickbait title you can fucking imagine, right? Because, of course, you gotta get your views. Gotta get your views any means necessary. His funny videos, his meme videos, they got views. They got relatively okay views compared to these. So, don't know why he had to resort to clickbait, but I digress. Here we go. Exhibit A. I guess my formatting was off. Shocker. I mean, I made this in like 15 minutes, so. But what it's supposed to say here is it's counteracted by the next video thumbnail. This game is doomed. Black Knight, he's gonna destroy the game, and he's gonna beat everybody, and he's like the greatest, and he can't die, and he's like invincible, and he's, oh my god, I'm Kuming, he's so strong, Now, believe it or not, Z-Shadow actually directly counteracts this take. The game is doomed! And this loser, this absolute fucking jabroni, he's beating him, like right here, on the hardest difficulty you can play his map at. If this loser can beat him, right? If this absolute zero of a unit can beat him, with color disadvantage, mind you, I'm sure the actually good team formats with the proper setups and the proper supports can beat him on an actually functioning team. He's not unstoppable. The game isn't doomed. You're just lazy, and you don't want to admit it. In this case, he isn't even lazy. He's just, I don't know, saying shit to get views. I mean, fair enough, I guess. If you're desperate for views, damn. Like, we've seen him build teams. This guy, he's real good at what he does. Like, his teams, chef's kiss, really great. He can make just about any unit function. So why does he pump out shit that says, the game is doomed, it's over, ah! And it's not even over, dude. It's not even over. It's even worse. Because, like, with Black Knight, at least you can maybe say, like, well, this game is doomed. That doesn't mean, like, completely dead. That doesn't mean he's implying that you can't win at all. And then you come here. How do you even beat this unit? Elm is so powerful, and his bat wings, they're gonna go into my anus, and they're gonna prolapse it, and... oh, and don't even get me started on... Aether Raids is completely dead. Don't even get me started, bro. Duo Marth, unstoppable, unbeatable, the greatest guy, one of the greatest guys, one of the most amazing people you can ever imagine. Great guy, one of the most amazing people. I love him so much, but he's counterable. As I explained in the Oblivion Night section of the video, just kill his teammates, don't be a giant pussy. Right? So, like, it just feels insulting seeing this from someone that I know can do better. Someone that I know is genuinely really smart at this game, like really good at this game. Someone who I know can make even shitty little meme teams work in Aether Raids. So, like, why are you putting this here, big bro? I don't get it. Oh boy, Exhibit C. This one's funny. Now, and I already know what you're thinking, but this thumbnail, this title, he doesn't say that the unit's gonna break the game. Yeah, but he does lie. The fallen units already fell off. No, they didn't. The Do had a roll immediately. Female Lear had a roll immediately. She's still good now. I'm not sure about the Do. I haven't used him, but I do use the fallen female Lear. She's good. She's genuinely good, right? No, they haven't fell off. This is an outrageous take, especially when you consider this was released like, I think a day or two, or maybe even like within the banner's actual release. Like, I don't remember. But it was released really soon, right? When the banner was released. So, like, how are you going to say this? You wouldn't know if they already fell off because you wouldn't have enough time to play with them. You wouldn't have enough time to put them in the toy box. It just feels so upsetting, so disheartening to see someone I know is genuinely amazing do shit like this. Oh, and don't even get me started on this. He was one of the Emblem Lyn is gonna break the game. She's gonna make it unplayable. She can attack from 6 bases. She's actually the strongest character, and Emblem Lyn is the greatest unit of all time, and no one can beat her. Blah blah blah. No. Emblem Lyn ruined Christmas. Objectively wrong. Why? Because, at the time, one of the best, if not objectively the best, far save in the game was on the Christmas banner. And he got color advantage against her. How are you going to say Emblem Lyn ruined Christmas when Winter for Morty's existing just makes her irrelevant? If you put Winter for Morty's on a team base kit, you have to really pump Emblem Lyn with a shit ton of support to even have her do damage to him, let alone kill. So how did she ruin Christmas? Oh, what if you don't have Winter for Morty's? Okay. Like, a few months earlier, we got a tuned Hector, and he also directly counters her. He takes damage, but if you have equal supports on both sides, he's winning the fight every single time. So he counters her. Just about any relevant far save countered the shit out of her. If you pump up stats with support skills, you can counter her with even irrelevant far saves. I saw a video of Brave Hector tanking her with enough support. Like, dude, I get it. Lyn is hot, bro. But she ain't gonna peg you. She ain't gonna peg you just because you said, she's unstoppable, she's ruining the game, it's power creep beyond belief, and she is the greatest unit of all time. Now, I'll admit, her Emblem Ring, really good. Really amazing. Because it can have, it's future-proof, right? Like, you can't make it bad, because you can just slap it on the newest, dominant, destroying ranged threat, and they can use it. I mean, turn 2, but still. But Emblem Lyn as a unit? No. I mean, if you're fighting a team with no save, sure, she's really good. Like, objectively, she's good. But if you're fighting a team that has saves, which in 8th raids is a good like 98% of teams, just be so for real, 98%, because everyone loves saves, everyone loves stat balls. It just happens. It's what happens. It's what's going to happen. Maybe you'll encounter a few teams here and there. But the majority of the time, she's dead weight. We will now move on to the next category. This category is simple and not a negative one. I like to refer to it as the passionate or false hope category. Now, false hope has a bit of a negative connotation, and I don't think so. I mean, kinda, but it's not bad. The only person in this category is Phaeology, because he's the only person I watch who fits this category. I'm sure there are other Fae tubers who fit this category, as the slide says, but if they're out there, I don't watch them. Why is this category called false hope? The thumbnails and titles can potentially lead newer players into thinking these units are far more dominant than they actually are. This is minor nitpick, and generally, I find this passion to be a great thing in the Fae community. It is not a negative, unlike the last category. I need to preface that, right? Like this is not negative. Phaeology, love his content, genuinely a good guy. I mean, I don't agree that Gale Force is still viable. It hasn't been viable for a long time, purely because if you encounter a well-built save team, you just lose. You need damaging specials to break through. But to each their own. If you like to use Gale Force, use Gale Force. Do what you want. And to his credit, he's really good at Gale Forcing. He's probably like the best Gale Forcer out there. One of the greatest guys. One of the most amazing guys. Exhibit A. Now, the reason I consider this thumbnail to be false hope is I'm gonna be so for real, chat. These units aren't doing shit in the Big 25. Like, they're not player phase powerhouses. Not against the best saves. Like, maybe if they get a refine, sure. But until that happens, they're just not doing it. Now, I will say, in the actual video itself, not in the thumbnail, but in the actual video itself, he does, also, I just realized he's got Legendary Roy behind Dimitri. That's weird. Anyway, in the actual video itself, he does mention legendary female Byleth, who I think just got a remix. I don't really pay much attention to Three Houses units, but so I'm pretty sure she's still pretty solid. Like, she's usable, but these two aren't. At least in high tier gameplay. Like, if you're playing casually, do whatever the fuck you want, because you can find so many ways to break this game to Sunday. It doesn't really matter. But in the majority of cases, I find these videos are best when targeted towards newer players, and I'd feel kind of bad if a new player used their one free Formasol on one of these two, because until they get their refine, they're just gonna not do what you want them to. It builds up a really high expectation of what these units can do, and they're just not doing it. Now, again, not a negative. I'm glad he's got the passion. It just feels a little misplaced. His other videos where he has a lot of passion, which is pretty much all of them, he's just always very passionate guy. And if you look at his videos, he doesn't really use clickbait thumbnails or titles either. Like, with the newer units, he's not like, this unit's gonna break the game and kill everybody, and he's unstoppable, and he's the greatest. I mean, he'll put, like, overpowered in the title, I think, but he's never put must summon or the greatest, right? So, he doesn't do that. Generally, his other videos are just really passionate about Gale Force, and the man likes what he likes. And I can respect that. Like, and here, I don't really, this isn't like the false hope side, this is the passionate side, because this video really did have a lot of passion in it. He goes in and explains why each Otherworldly Bonds pick is good, and for what reasons. Score bots, future refines, stuff like that. You really should watch the video if you haven't, especially if you still have your free Otherworldly Bonds. He also, really, this is one of the greatest videos from a Fire Emblem Heroes standpoint, especially if you're a newer player. Go watch this shit. Generally, I find him to be a super passionate guy, super great guy. On to our next category, and you'll see a goated face here. I would like to refer to it as the wise man in the middle. Now notice, I put wise man and not wise men, because it's only one dude, and that dude is Tacho, and you'll love to see him. He's the greatest, one of the most amazing guys, probably the greatest guy, right? Now, why does he get the wise man in the middle? Why does Tacho fit this category? To put it plain and simple, he doesn't give milquetoast takes like, oh my god, this unit is broken and will kill the game. He doesn't react like that, and then he points at the screen and soy jacks. Tacho would never soy jack. Well, like, he kind of did soy jack for Emblem Lynn, and he tried really hard to make her work, and just... And to his credit, he brought up a lot of good points, but I still didn't agree that she was good in a meta where Winter from Morty's was so dominant. But I digress. An example of him being the wise man is a bunch of other Feytubers. This guy's invincible. He's unstoppable. He can't be killed. He's... How do you stop him? How do you take him? What does Tacho do? This unit is mid because he is, chat. He is. He's just ass. I won't say bad, but be so for real. Who's using Beast Emblem and actually enjoying their time in the game? Like, whose favorite unit is a shitty Beast OC with no personality? Like, if you're using Beast Emblem because you like the Radiant Dawn cast or whatever, go for it. But if you're gonna sit there, look me dead in the eyes and tell me this guy right here is your favorite guy, this is your favorite unit, and you just love using Beast Emblem because of him, you're lying. You're a meta sheep. And a bad meta sheep at that, because he's easily counterable. He just gets fucking shredded by anyone with a sense of offensive warp. And usually you won't have warp blocking on a Beast Emblem team, because it's hyper offense. I digress. And this leads us to our last category, ladies and gentlemen. The Golden Savior. Literally purely helpful content. And nothing else. Nothing else at all. And let's be so for real. We all know who's here. We all know who it's gonna be. There's only one person it could be. Phoenix Master 1, baby! Woo! Yeah, we love to see it. We love to see it. Now, I won't bother with exhibits for this goat, because do you need me to introduce this guy? Like, even new players probably know who this guy is, because when you look up a free-to-play guide, who's there? PM1. when you look up a unit review, assuming he's made one, because he likes to take his time. He really dives into that shit. Who comes up first? PM1. When you look at his channel, who has no clickbait at all, both in thumbnail and title. PM1, baby. We love to see it. We love to see a king with no clickbait. We love to see it. Yeah, 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 baby. Now, I will say, he does say shit like, how overpowered is this unit? And that's not clickbait, because these units are overpowered. They're just counterable, which is why the other guys are clickbaiting. Because, like, be so for real. If you're going to say, Aether Rage is dead, and this game is dead, and this character's unstoppable, and you can't beat him, like, you're coping, or you're rage baiting, which in this case worked. I mean, I'm making a whole video about it. Or you're clickbaiting, in which case this worked. I'm making a whole video about it. But yeah, PM1 is the GOAT. He's got no clickbait. No clickbait. And he's got the best guides, the best unit reviews, and whenever you look something up when you need help, who comes up first? PM1. Or, if you ask someone to recommend you a guide, who are they likely to recommend you to look at? PM1. Or Tacho. Or Phaeology. PM1 is the golden example of a FakeTuber. Amidst the several years that I've been watching PM1's content, he has never once, as far as I can tell, let bias cloud his judgment. He's always given the objective facts about units, how good or not good they are on release, and even give insight in how good a unit might be in the future. And notably, again, gotta preface this, zero clickbait. That's bringing us to the conclusion, the wrapping up segment. Closing thoughts. Now, why did I make this video? What's the point? And where do we go from here? I made it because I was bored. Don't have much to do right now. And I don't like the current state of YouTube. I just think it's kind of buns. As to where we go from here, likely nowhere. The clickbait is going to stay because it works and it gets views. And in most cases, they just don't know what else to do. And we'll just have to go to people like PM1, Phaeology, and Tajo for more objective reviews. More non-biased, let's say. Yeah. That's the end. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, Emblem Lyn is the greatest unit of all time. Ignore the fact that she dies to literally every single far save in the game without killing them, assuming you're not a fucking brainlet and know how to make your team work. Bye-bye! Fucking idiot.